Oh, hey. Welcome to day 4 and 5. That's right, 4 and 5. Because I missed it yesterday. The 4th of December, also known as National Cookie Day. That's right, National Cookie Day. So, for the 4th, we thought we'd have Energy Cities. That's the Sri Samoa. A little Samoa Girl Scout cookie. So happy National Cookie Day, which was invented by none other than Cookie Monster himself in 1976. And Samoa cookies from the Girl Scouts are some of the newest cookies of the, mainstays. They were brought to you in 1975. So 1 year before Cookie Monster made National Cookie Day, the Girl Scouts started banging out these bad boys. Now, I think in Wisconsin they're called Caramel Delights now, but that's because there's two different bakeries that bake cookies for the Girl Scouts. One is ABC Bakers, and the other is Little Brownie Bakers. I don't remember who calls them Samoas and who calls them Caramel Delights, but it's a weird thing to call them Caramel Delights when the overpowering taste is definitely coconut. But there is caramel on it, nice drizzle. Now, Energy City is from Batavia, Illinois. It's called Energy City because Batavia, Illinois used to be a big producer of windmills and wind power. And then they got selected to be the home of the Fermi Lab, which at the time in the late 60s was the largest particle accelerator in the world. In the world! Just accelerating particles and smashing them together and doing science stuff. They still make windmills, and now they're big into windmill farms and helping people produce more energy. So, Batavia, Illinois, land of energy, and Energy City Brewing. Yummy. Now, this is a 10% stout, but it's so good. And I recommend you drink it a little bit warmer because then that coconut flavor really pops and you get the notes of caramel. That is a great and delicious and easy drinking 10% beer. But it's also the 5th today, and we're going to have two beers because I forgot to make a video yesterday, so here we go. Ooh, Rogue. Santa's Private Reserve. They make this beer every year. I should say they made this beer every year. Rogue, unfortunately, shut down after almost 40 years in the business. They were originally one of the class of 1988 breweries that opened in 88, like Deschutes, I believe, and there's some other ones I can't remember. There's 4 of them, 5 of them. I mean, there's a lot of breweries that opened in 1988, but there's like a big 4. Fortunately, Rogue, currently owned by Oregon Brewing, went bankrupt. They closed the doors last month in November. So this is the last time we're going to get to enjoy the Rogue Santa's Private Reserve. And it's different every year. This year, it's going to be a stout. Nice 5.7% stout. Let's open that up and see what she tastes like. I'm sorry if you never got a chance to go to Rogue or enjoy any of their beers. But Rogue Dead Guy was one of the best ambers and one of the beers that introduced me to craft beer. And when the ale house was open, it was the only beer that stayed on tap continuously in the same draft line for almost 5 years. Only beer that stayed out for 5 years in a row. So it's a great beer. I'm sorry that they're not going to be making it anymore, that you won't get to try it. But let's try this one, huh? Oh, it's got a nice stout smell. Get some of that darker notes. But it also, we got some bitterness coming through. Oh, yeah. That bitterness really shines. A lot of people don't think stouts could be bitter. And maybe more of a porter, but stouts have IBUs too, the International Bittering Units. The human tongue can taste variants of about 20 IBU difference while you're drinking different beers and stuff, and can only taste up to about 120 IBUs. Although some people at a brewfest one time believed me when I told them it was 1,000 IBUs. So that's a different story. So breweries shut down. Sometimes they overfinance themselves and go into debt, hundreds of thousands of dollars, owe taxes, forget to pay those, and then have to shut down. I didn't think it would happen to Rogue, so I salute you, Rogue. Thanks for all the wonderful beers. Just a little preview of tomorrow's beer. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining in and watching some of these videos. If you like it, subscribe down below or up above or on the side. I don't know how technology works. Have a great evening, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow.